Hi, this is Gene Krebs, and on behalf of the Centers for Community Solutions, we're high on Ohio. We're going around this state and we're interviewing people who have a really feet on the ground, in the trenches sometimes, work with how to go ahead and make this a better state. And I'm joined today by Pastor Bob to talk about things as he has a mission church here in a economically depressed area of Columbus. Half the population is unemployed. A third of the houses are vacant or abandoned. And I mean, it's just down the street here in 1964 or 5 that the race riots first began in Columbus here on the east side and wiped out a whole lot of small businesses here. We're asking everybody this question: what keeps you up at night?
Well, you mentioned 1965 in this area. There also, Bobby Kennedy was here though to commission the opening of the prototype health center for Columbus, the Echo Health Center.
Okay.
So there's been some good stuff too.
There's been some good stuff. Yeah. But so what keeps you up at night? The
chance that our children have. I pray for the kids in the neighborhood because too many of them are raising themselves. They're taking care of their other siblings. They're starting out so far behind that I don't know how they catch up. And on the one hand, I can feel totally powerless with this. But then I also have to recognize that it's God who's in control. So that takes a little pressure off me. Okay. But yeah, I want to see our kids have a better... Jeffrey Canada of the Harlem Project has said, we don't want to have children that beat the odds. We want to change the odds. So how do we work toward changing the odds for every child to make sure that every child has that start?
Let me ask you this question. I hear a not dissimilar refrain from the right and the left, yet the right and the left seemingly can't get together to figure out how to do something that they all agree upon need to do, which is to help improve and change the lives of children. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, I don't know. The short answer is I don't know.
Okay.
Here at First English, we have 35 partnering churches from all faith walks, not just Christian, all faith walks, working with us on, we find common ground and focus on something, and then we move forward with it. And we've been able to bring quite a few disparate faith traditions together.
How disparate?
Well, we have a couple Jewish congregations.
Okay.
We got Baptists, Methodists, Lutherans, Presbyterians, Episcopalians. We've had a few Baha'i in here.
Okay.
So,
yeah, very diverse. All right. I'm going around the state here, and we're talking to folks from a variety of positions and viewpoints, and trying to figure out what makes Ohio tick and what can we do to make Ohio work better. And Pastor Bob, you have a mission church here of the First English Lutheran Church of Columbus. 50% unemployment. You have a large amount of struggles. So my question for you is something outside of the good book. What other book have you recently read or research or white paper that you've come across that's able to help inform you as you move through this particular challenge that you're faced here?
I will say Charles Murray in the book Coming Apart.
Well, we interviewed him just a few months ago.
Okay.
He was our very first interview.
I found that incredibly helpful.
Okay.
And also Joseph Stiglitz and the Price of
Inequality. He's Presbyterian. He's Presbyterian. And so we're already seeing an ecumenical movement here, okay? All right.
And one more book, Bridges Out of Poverty by Dr. Ruby Payne.
Okay, you brought her up. Okay, I almost brought her up before. What strikes you about Ruby? I've mentioned Ruby Payne to other people on this little series, and they've all given me blank looks.
Okay.
What attracted you to reading about Ruby Payne, and why do you think she's not more widely read?
Well, I understand there's some controversy surrounding her research.
Well, there's always controversy surrounding somebody's research when they tell you something you don't want to hear.
Right. But I found her work to be incredibly helpful in helping others coming from a variety of different socioeconomic classes to look at different classes other than their own and have a better understanding, a more objective understanding without placing judgment and condemnation on other groups.
So what was the book again of hers that you recommended people?
Bridges Out of Poverty.